What is up, Will? Hey, chat, what's going on out there? Welcome to another episode of Military History Chronicles. This show is actually Military History Conversations, but it's part of the Military History Chronicles YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys showing up tonight. We did a long one over there in NorCal today, man. It's
a little wild too.
Yeah, it got a little crazy, but hey, that's what we do on NorCal. We got to cover it. You know, there's a lot of excitement about the San Francisco Giants and in baseball in general. Oh. So, you know, you got to cover it, man. Have to. But hey, another episode, man.
I got the
more things happening, man. More things happening. Appreciate. I see Woodpit out there, Matthew. Chardall, I see Logan. I think this is his first time in here. Hey, what's up, Logan? Appreciate you showing up.
Welcome.
I welcome everyone in here. I love the dialogue that we can have. And you know, we'll just talk. Today's not really a specific. We're not going to talk specifically about a certain subject like we did the last couple of times. We did the Pearl Harbor. We did the Cuban Missile Crisis. I'm gonna keep it. Hey, thanks, Mo. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it general because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. A lot of the stuff is still the same stuff that's happened in the past, but it just keeps amping up. The first part I want to go is the Red Sea. We still got a lot of crazy things going on over there. And what are we doing about it, guys? What are we doing about it?
Hey, sanctions are cool, right? That's going to make them stop.
You know, here, let's get over here. And I'm going to pull up the map. We did this before.
While you were doing the NorCal Sports Network, they did launch an anti-ship missile at one of the cargo tankers out there.
Wait. They did another one? Because they did one about an hour before we went live, right around there.
Oh, okay, that might be the same one.
That's probably the same one. I'm guessing that's the same one. But let me go ahead and pull up a map so we all got an understanding of what we're talking about here. Good old Google Maps. This is the area right here. The straits coming there. It's really narrow, and it's, you know, you can bottleneck for commercial shipping. So that's what they're doing. The Houthis are all over in this area. Let me back it up. All in this area is all Houthi controlled. Houthis are the terrorist organization in Yemen who has been being sponsored by guess who? The Iranians. Kind of a little recap. Ever since Israel decided to retaliate on the attack on them from Hamas on October 7th, they've been harassing commercial shipping since October 7th. So, unfortunately, the United States has not done a damn thing. Not a damn thing to retaliate against the Houthis. Not a good look. You know, we've talked about this before. When you're attacking commercial shipping, you know, especially when they're transitioning between the Red Sea and, you know, you got the Gulf of Aden, and then you get out into the Arabian Sea, then out into the Indian Ocean, coming into the Med. So there's a lot of shipping that transitions through the strait over here at the bottom of the southwest corner of Yemen, right there off Djibouti, goes over through the Suez Canal, and, you know, of course, comes in all through Europe, and not to mention, of course, other Middle Eastern countries. Nothing's being done about it, and I don't know what it's going to take to be a response, because you can't let them keep doing this. I guess what they hit, it was an oil tanker, right? From the, I think it was Norwegian. I think it was a Norwegian ship, if I'm not mistaken, that was hit by that missile.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, like I said, this is not a good look for the United States. It looks pretty damn weak, as a matter of fact. I don't. Maybe there. No, Strait of Hormuz is way over here. Well, here, let me bring this up. Strait of Hormuz is over here. That's where you.
All right, where you go?
That's where you deal with Iran.
Iran, yeah.
Yeah,
Oman,
exactly.
Oman, and Iran.
Exactly. But we're talking about over here. Like I said, between the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea, it's that strait right here. That's where everything's happening. But something has to happen. You can't just let them keep doing this. You know, and this is only one part of the world of where things are going on. All right. I'm just highlighting this one in the beginning because of what's happened here in the last few hours, where you had another ship that was attacked. I don't know. Will, what do you think?
I mean, well, the Israelis came out this morning. They said they've already lost $3 billion to commerce. Commerce lost in that area alone, thanks to the attacks of the Houthis. So if they've lost $3 billion, who knows what else has been lost there too?
Exactly. I mean, and yeah, supposedly they're trying to stop Israeli shipping, but it's not just Israeli shipping. They're affecting all. As a matter of fact, I think I read earlier something. They had a blockade of some sort.
Right.
So, here we go.
And why we let this continue to happen is just beyond me. Yeah, I put a link in the private chat if you want to draw on maps.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nat Geo's got a pretty good thing.
I'm going to bring this up. This is on Twitter from the Defender. Let me stop that one and bring this one up. Here we go. You guys want to follow this guy? This guy's really good. OSI and really good information. Yeah, see, Norwegian flagged oil chemical tanker, the Strinda, in the Bab al Mandab. Remember the strait? That's the strait that I was talking about. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Was reportedly struck earlier tonight by at least one missile, which was launched from the Houthi terrorist group in Yemen, causing a large fire on board the ship. The USS Mason, an Arleigh Burke class destroyer of the U.S. Navy, is responding to the attack and is now within sight of the vessel. This is
what's the response?
There ain't gonna be no response. That's the problem.
Exactly, man. I mean, like I told you in the text message. I mean, if we were just doing sanctions, that's harsh words, man. Cool, right on. That's gonna make these guys stop.
Exactly. Let me try this.
Oh man, there's some killer action going on in this damn live stream here.
What do we got here?
From Israel.
What do we got? Look at this. Wow. Can you? Oh, you can sketch. Okay, I like it. Holy, look at this.
This thing is nails, man.
Man. So let's circle. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Let me figure out how to.
Oh, dude, they even do salad images.
Man, look at this. How do I do it? How do I do it without measuring this thing?
You can draw your Oracle ballpark now.
Oh, I know. There we go. Oh, wow, he got 3D. Holy crap!
Yeah,
hold on. No, let's keep 2D here. I want to sketch, but how come it's not allowing me to draw here? Let me figure this one out here.
Top right corner, you got to press this little draw line button.
Yeah, I see the draw line, but I'm trying to see. It wants to drag the map.
You just click. Yeah, you just click. You keep clicking.
Oh, it's a line. Oh, hold on. How do I get rid of this now? Let me get rid. Okay.
And then you can just undo your.
I see. Sketch. Let me do a circle. There we go. Now we're in business. Whoa. I don't want it solid. Let's make it a. How the hell do we do this? Let me see. Not diagonal.
I hear about that D-shot. What was it supposed to be about? Cyber attacks? Those happen pretty much every day at this point. I mean,
exactly.
God. Everybody gets held captive some way or another with these cyber attacks. I think they did it to a healthcare organization not too long ago around here.
Let me just figure this one out here. Oh, look at this. What is this here? I'm trying to mess with this here. Trying to get. Okay, there we go. No. Okay. I'm trying to delete the one I just had. Okay, here we go. Interesting. All right, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to have to mess around. I want to make sure I know what the hell I'm doing with that. I'm trying to, because it makes a solid circle. I don't want to make it a solid circle. But, yeah. Where we got here? Let me bring this back up. Okay, yep. So, yeah, this is what we were talking about. Again, there's got to be some type of retaliation. The same thing is happening up here in Iraq and also in Syria. We got areas over here. We got U.S. troops stationed in Iraq and Syria. And there's a little bit of retaliation that's happening up there. You know, you had a gunship, you get a couple of bombs, you get, some of that stuff. But they're not really eradicating what the heck is going on. In Baghdad, Baghdad's getting hit. You got the U.S. Embassy, I think it was under attack.
Yeah, the Green Zone. Or do they still call it the Green Zone?
Yeah, they still call it the Green Zone. Yep. But you got areas up here. I think there's stuff up here in the northwest part of the country up here.
Yeah,
and I think there's
an air base out there somewhere.
And there's areas over here in eastern Syria that also has some U.S. forces, and they're being attacked. And again, there's no retaliation. The only thing I could think of is the U.S. is afraid of expanding a war in the Middle East. That's the only thing I can think of. But I mean, what are you going to do? They're going to keep doing it. It's not like it's going to change.
You just let them, drain you from attrition.
Exactly.
The biggest worry, though, again, it makes us look weak, and that's the biggest worry on the global front there. But secondly, allowing these guys to dictate commerce even makes us look even more of a wussy little nation compared to what you're scrolling into right now, which is what the Chinese are doing, making their own little island.
I think this is the shoal that has been in dispute here. Yep, I think this is it. I think this is where the bases are being built, if I'm not mistaken.
But
they haven't updated it. That's quite interesting. They haven't updated it, huh?
Look how close that sucker is to the Philippine
But okay, exactly. Here we go. Now that we could transition into this, now in the South China Sea, you also got the Chinese who keep flexing their muscles over here in this part of the country. We talked about this too. Matter of fact, we talked about it during the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. The Chinese are trying to influence areas over here where they're trying to take over land, basically. And it's land that's specifically, not owned, but is part of the Philippine government. They're responsible for this area out here, but the Chinese are trying to take it over. There's a couple of reasons why. First off, you got major commerce that happens through here with the shipping. Additionally, you got Taiwan right here, right? So if they keep pushing out further to the east from Taiwan, or even further south here into the South China Sea, any force that comes to try to come up here and tries to defend Taiwan when they decide to take Taiwan, they're going to have forward bases. So,
right.
So instead of our ships being close to Taiwan and being targeted, they just extended their reach. So you're going to be able to hit them when they're out here somewhere or out here instead of closer into Taiwan. So basically, it's all for defense. It's not going to be offensive. The offensive is going to happen when they take Taiwan. But all this other stuff is primarily going to be defense. It's all going to be in the defense. It's going to protect their forces from being affected by U.S. forces if they decide to interdict.
From a naval war perspective, fighting in and around those islands gets pretty gnarly. That's one thing that the Japanese used as one of their advantages during World War II.
Yep.
It was a natural defensive barrier when you're having a fight near
exactly. It pushes it. So instead of fighting closer to the homeland, the fight can occur further out. And trust me, the Chinese got a bunch of defensive missiles that can reach out and touch someone from like 1,000 miles away. So, your aircraft carriers become vulnerable. That's a force projection type of platform that the United States has, but it's kind of been neutralized with the advancement of Chinese missiles. Not to mention that, they're expanding their naval fleet by leaps and bounds. By 2025, supposedly they're going to exceed. I think it's close. It's really close as far as numbers, but by 2025, I think the Chinese will have more boats in the water than the United States. Yeah, and yes, Woodpit, there is fishing rights out there as well.
The sad part is most people write off China as just a country that makes cheap plastic toys. That's not the case anymore.
That's not the case. Now, are they suffering some economic downturns? They absolutely are.
Yeah,
they are suffering, but they're still investing into their military. And if you don't think that they're not trying,
they are full afterburner as far as military production goes. And meanwhile, we sit here doing what? What have we done with our military? Nothing.
Yeah, that's the sad part. And this is the wrong time to be doing that. We need to be, we've been talking about this ad nauseum. You can't be taken away from defense right now. You need to be adding to it for the simple fact there's the whole world is seeing what is happening, what is unfolding. And this leads me to the other part of the world.
Right, which is why the other part of the world made a move. Why not? Why not, right? Do it.
Yep. And here we are in South America, which isn't too far from the southern part of the United States. Yep, there's an area here, Guyana, where Venezuela has claimed, I don't know, what is it, a part over here? Isn't it like over here on the western side of Guyana? It's a huge swath.
Yeah, they're trying to. Well, actually, they're trying to go after the whole thing now.
Yeah, and to include what is offshore, which has a bunch of oil deposits. And supposedly, the government of Venezuela has told the private businesses who are exploring for oil that, hey, we're nationalizing that. So you're going to have to give that over to us. So there's something could break out here anytime, to be honest with you. The reason why, I mean, honestly, Venezuela, what are they doing? They're taking a play out of the playbook of Putin, right?
Making a move.
They're making a move. Why not? That's what Putin did. He saw there was an opportunity for him to go into the Ukraine, and Russia is not winning, but they're really not losing right now, if you think about it. And here's the thing. Putin is playing the long game. And what the long game is going to consist of is he understands there comes a tipping point when European nations and the United States, they're going to get weary of the continued support of Ukraine. It's going to happen. He's going to wear them out. 100%. He's going to wear them out. Wait for the right moment, and then maybe, and you know what? It possibly could be a some type of peace deal. Possibly, that could happen. All that does is buy time for Russia to do something more later on in the future. It's possible. So don't underestimate what's going on in the Ukraine. Ukraine needs to be able to defeat Russia, because if it doesn't, what's that going to show to the rest of the world? Look what's happening, guys. I mean, look what's happening. You got stuff going over here in China. I think China's going to do that anyways. You got stuff going over here in South America. Of course, you got all this stuff going on in the Middle East with Iran being a principal player in this. Where else are things going to pop off? Honestly, and again, I wouldn't underestimate something happening on Taiwan. Would not underestimate that. Is that likely? But don't underestimate that, because they're looking at that calendar. They're looking at that calendar, and they're, you know, if they're going to make a move, it's going to have to be before November of 2024. And I think you guys know where I'm going with that.
Just like in my master's program, Jack Welch Management School. Jack Welch has a saying, "What's your checkmate play?" Well, I'll tell you what China's checkmate play is. Taiwan. They'll pull that sucker out of their hat as soon as they know anywhere more weakness than what's going on right now. They'll go ahead and do it for Taiwan. If Russia crushes Ukraine, takes that over, I could see Venezuela pushing the Guyana thing even further, and as well as China expanding out to Taiwan. Why not? Why not that one?
All right, here we go. Let me see this. All right, keep going. I'm just looking something up here. Let's see what we got.
Do you have a live stream for some pretty gnarly action that's going on right now?
Let's see.
In case somebody's interested, I can post a link in the chat arena.
Where are we at? Get out of this. I'm trying to find something on here. Just bear with me. I don't want that. What is that? Come on.
I can see that happening, Woodpit. It's possible. But Taiwanese are very, from what I know, very patriotic people. I mean, come on, they're real China. That's what Taiwan is. Call them what they really are. They're real China. China is just, mainland China is just a communist republic, whatever the hell they call themselves. Communist, whatever. But the real China is Taiwan. And Taiwan, they're pretty hardy people. I could see them, trying to do everything they can to fend off. But I wouldn't doubt that there's people within their country trying to divide them from within inside, just like they do here in our own country. I mean,
yep.
It's had a pretty good effect here, unfortunately.
Let me see something here.
Yes, I see what you're saying about the defense budget, but only so the DoD that's allocated to DoD, but the military in general it's also between all the armed forces. I mean, hell, they were spending. You could say that they did $1 trillion worth of spending when I was in, but I had guys missing gear, dude. I mean, we had guys going in the field without sleeping bags and stuff. I mean, $1 trillion for an army of our size is, not in an army, but for a military of our size, is just not enough. Especially if you want to protect all your assets. The one thing that we do as a country is we keep our tentacles wrapped around this world through our Navy, through our military in general, and it requires production, it requires money.
All right, let me bring this up here. Yeah, I'm telling when you're talking budget, man, there are so many. I mean, it depends on who you talk to and what reports are out there.
Because here's the thing: they have an overall DoD budget, but only a portion of that DoD budget gets doled out to the Air Force.
And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of discretionary spending that it falls under the Defense Department. But it's, for example, that's the money that's going to go to to Ukraine, or it's going to go somewhere else. It's not necessarily for specifically building up the U.S.
building weapons and training troops and whatnot.
So here you go. This is coming from the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense, Comptroller, Chief Financial Officer. This is from April 20. See, I don't think they got one for 2023. Oh yeah, this is for the fiscal year of 2023, which actually ended in September? Yeah, first of October is when it always ends.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. National Defense Strategy outlines the direction of the Department of Defense to continue to provide strong, principled, and adaptive U.S. military to defend all vital interests of the United States. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here's number 1, defending the homeland, pace to the growing multi-domain threat posed by the People's Republic of China, also known as the PRC. The second point, deterring strategic attack against the United States, allies, and partners. Number 3, deterring aggression while being prepared to prevail in a conflict when necessary, prioritizing the PRC challenge in the Indo-Pacific, then the Russia challenge in Europe. And number 4, building a resilient joint force and defense ecosystem. Whatever. Dude.
What does it even mean?
Get out of here. No, the first 3, I'm on board with. Fourth one?
The fourth just sounds like the fourth one sounds more propaganda.
Nope. All right, here we go. What do we got here? President's fiscal year 2023 budget request for the DoD is $773 billion. This budget represents a $30 billion or 4% increase over the fiscal year 2022 enacted base level of $742.3 billion, and an 81% increase from the requested level of 2022. Let's see. Grows by nearly $70 billion, 9.8% over the 2-year period. The request ensures the department can sustain and strengthen integrated deterrence and investments that build enduring advantages, including supporting our service members and their families, strengthening our alliances and partnerships, and preserving America's technological edge. Further, this level of growth recognizes the urgency of India with COVID. Okay. And disruption of global supply chains, Russia's unjustified and unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. So let's see. Where are we at here? There's the here we are in billions. I don't know what that green one. What's the green? Where's the legend?
Not sure. The bottom there. The bottom of the graph has the
other supplemental. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's just for us. 773 for 2023. That's how much I think we were supposed to spend. It's starting to go up, as you can see. If you look in the bar, it's gradually going up.
Look at the times when we were in, man.
What's that?
look at the time frame. When
I know. I got out right here.
Oh my god!
When it started coming down, and then after I got out, then it starts going up. But yeah, it started building up right through here. This is all because of global war on terrorism, and then it maintained, and it started dropping.
Yeah.
Started coming back just a little bit.
The second term was, that was the great Jimmy Carter movement that he had.
Let's see. I want to see percent. I don't think they have, do they? Yeah. See, they're going to get more into the detail here. Oh, look at this.
There you go.
Ooh, weapon systems. Sentinel. Not sure what that is. Long range standoff cruise missile. Ah, see, that's where we got to have a lot more development. Got to have those, because that's what China has, a shit ton of these type of things. These long range standoff cruise missiles. They got a lot of missiles. This Columbia class submarine, I don't know. Ooh, Trident 2 missile mods. The B-21, it just had its first flight, last month?
Yeah, that
and
thing
of
is
course they have to
badass.
Here we go. What is this? Ground-based strategic deterrent. Ah, okay. It's going to replace, it's the new nuclear missile. It's the new ICBM. That's what the Sentinel is. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Here's the crew. Let's see. AGM 86 long screw service 82 to LRSO. Wow. That's the harm. Really? They redesignated? That used to be that anti-radiation missile. The AGM 86. What does it say? The LRSO is also critical hedge against a risk of more complicated nuclear deterrent system development. This program is currently in engineering and manufacturing phase. That takes forever, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the new. This is what's going to. This Columbia, if I'm not mistaken, is going to replace the Ohios.
In about 20 years.
And then and then Trident 2. That's the missiles that this boat will carry. And there's the dam. Yep. See, the thing is, whatever. We'll have to get into that another time, though.
Oh, there we go.
It just allocates all the different money for the different types. The Joint Strike Fighters, F-15. Oh, that's the new.
The new, the X.
That thing is a badass.
Yes,
I think I showed you the video of that. Woo.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't know what this is. Next Generation Air Dominance. What the hell is that? K-46, that actually started, I think it just started arriving at Travis, if I'm not mistaken. My uncle was a big part of this P-8.
That was the plane I wanted when I was in flight school. That's the plane that I wanted to fly.
My uncle, he was the civilian contractor for the Navy that was ahead of putting that all together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 737 platform. That's the reason why I wanted to fly it. I wanted to eventually.
Yeah, it's replaced the P-3 Orion. But okay, let's see. I'm trying to see percentage of total budget.
Right.
And I don't know where that. Hold on. Let's see something. Let me stop this. Hopefully, I'm not boring you guys. We're just kind of going over this. This is always just by the seat of our pants.
I don't think a lot of people kind of understand how it works.
Alrighty, let me see.
And all this has been planned about 10 years ago, by the way.
Let's see.
Yeah, the DoD plans. I think it's 10 years in advance.
Oh, what the hell? How come it doesn't show this? Let's see.
Yeah, but Whitman had a pretty good comment here. He says there's a lot of isolationism in today's current political discussion. So I want to tell people that shipping would be hugely effective if we pull back. 100% right. 100% right. And it would affect us. So I get the reasoning behind being an isolationist nation, but it ain't the time or place for that anymore. There's a way to do it back.
Oh my god, dude! Are you serious? Okay,
Fire
this is gonna. Holy crap! Hold on. All right, here we go. Oh. Just seeing these numbers, man, it's like, what?
I've got this Israel live stream in the
What?
background.
Okay, here we go.
Here
Just look at this. Okay. Trillions of dollars. So fiscal year 2022 actual. Receipts 4.8, outlays 6.2. Unbelievable, man. Here's the estimates. The baseline, 4.5 trillion. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what the outlays mean. Deficit, we all know what deficits mean. So if I'm looking at this right, oh, here we go. Governmental receipts totaled almost $4.5 trillion. 16% of GDP. Yeah, what is our GDP? As a matter of fact, probably quite a bit up there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Less than the budget MSR relative to the fiscal year 2022 receipts. Let's see.
22 trillion.
Outlays were $6 trillion in fiscal year 2023, 237 billion less than the projected budget, and 4 billion more than the projected MSR. I don't know, man. That's getting into some crazy. That's getting into some crazy stuff. I don't even understand half of that right there. I understand this kind of stuff, but when you start getting into MSR and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Here, let me see something else. I would like to know what the damn GDP was of the country.
23.32.
23 trillion.
Yeah, and our total defense budget is 1.72 trillion.
So hold on. Let me get this right. So our GDP, we brought in, hold on. So our GDP was what?
$23.32 trillion.
Okay, hold on. Let me see this. And that was for 2023.
For 2021, so they haven't reported. They haven't reported 2023 yet.
Did they got 2022? Maybe. Let me see this. Because I've been looking at the wrong. $25 trillion. Okay.
Holy shit!
Did someone do some math for me? Okay.
Is that even a percent?
What is 773 billion? What is that percentage of the 25 trillion?
That's just.
Can
It doesn't
anyone?
even matter. It's just so fractional. It's just like what the.
What is it really? I mean, because honestly, if I'm not mistaken, historically, defense budget sits around 3 to 4% of your total budget. If I'm not mistaken, or is it no of your total GDP? I think that's what it is. Historically, I think that's where it stays. If I'm not mistaken, China, I think, has announced that they're going to go 7% of their GDP.
Yeah, 7.2.
For China, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And what is it for us? If I'm not mistaken, I'll just let you take a gander. Or we just say percentage of GDP U.S. uses on defense, something like that. Yeah, exactly. It hovers around 3 to 4%. 4% on the high side, but yeah, it usually sits around 3 or 4%. This is where you got to be careful, guys.
3.5.
3.5. Okay, so we're right in the middle. You got to be careful because when you have an adversary who's going to spend way more on defense, okay, that's got to perk your ears a little bit. Yeah, double, right? So that's got to perk your ears because remember when we fought this, or when we were, I say fight, yeah, when we were fighting the Soviet Union during the Cold War, we were outspending the Soviets as far as the GDP was concerned. They were spending a lot of damn money, but of course, we had a bigger economy.
Right.
So it's okay if we could go up to 5%. I mean, that's fine. That's okay. You're not going to break the bank. I said this before. If you could spend $3 trillion on COVID, I think you could allocate a little bit of that money to defense. Just to prepare ourselves. Again, it's all about preparation. That's where I want to stay. I want to stay in preparation. I'm not saying we go out and use it, but if you show, your adversaries that you mean business, and hey, I'm looking over there. Those guys are, they're pretty serious. I don't think I want to poke the tiger, if you will, because right now we're not showing any kind of signs of leadership right now across the entire globe, and that's scary because that leaves you vulnerable. That leaves you vulnerable for people to, take action against you because if they don't think you're serious, bad things happen.
But you're worried about pandering to their voter base,
and elections do have an effect on that. Sometimes it's a benefit, sometimes it's a detriment.
Right.
It all depends on where you're at.
We said this before, with countries like Russia and China and Korea, they don't think about.
They don't think about elections because their elections are rigged.
Right. But they think about how we can dominate you for the next 100 years. That's their game plan.
Exactly. They always got a long game. They always have a long game.
We always fall short, man.
Because our long game is every 4 years.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's just the truth of it. I mean, it's just the way it is. Sometimes it's 8 years if you have a president who gets elected twice back to back. Why does it? Well, I'll tell you why the U.S. has to be involved in everything, because we're the biggest. We're the biggest man on the. We're the biggest man on the block, and everybody has their hand out. 100%. Everybody has their hand out. You know, what can the U.S. give us? We're involved in everything, and anything that happens, money makes the world go round. I think I talked about this last time. You know, in the past, you know, there was a disconnect, say, between the United States and Europe. You know, there's always a relationship, also with other countries as well. But because we've become so closer together economically, you know, whatever happens, say, in whatever, Poland is going to affect us. Whatever happens in Turkmenistan, to a certain extent, affects us. So we've become more evolved. And you know what? Honestly, do you want to leave it to some of these other countries? Don't get me wrong. Is the United States perfect?
Let the UK take care of everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, oh my God.
Are we innocent in everything that we do? No. Do we have our faults? Yes. You know, do we make mistakes? Absolutely. Everybody does. But come on. I mean, people, have you ever heard people walk with their feet? Do you think people want to come across that southern border because they want to fail? This is the land of opportunity, right? This is why people flock to this country. This is why people they will literally risk their lives to get to this country. And it's not because it's a piece of shit country, right? Otherwise, they'd be staying where they're at. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's a burden we have to bear, being the most powerful nation in the world. But if we're not careful, that could easily change within a matter of a decade. It could.
And to put it in perspective, there's 195 recognized countries in the world. There's 127 countries that have special operations missions going on actively right now.
You know what's funny? How many you say?
195 countries.
I saw a tweet. It would have come. It was Vice Grad. Hold on. Do I still have it? I might have it. They said that there is currently 100 and is it 100? I can't remember. It's 183 or 138 battles that are happening right now.
Oh yeah.
It's the most in 3 decades. They said. Let me see.
There's a lot going on in Africa right now. There was a attempted coup, I believe, in Ghana. I was watching the news the other day. But we currently have operations in 127 countries. That's why we need a bigger military defense budget. Not that. Oh, this is crazy. Here, let me play this for you guys real quick.
You want to talk about stuff going on in Ukraine? Let's see. Let me do the courtesy of. This is pretty cool. This is the technology that is occurring right now in Ukraine. All right, here we go. It's pretty intense here. Okay. So it says it's a cell phone camera from a Russian soldier records a very intense wave of strikes from Ukrainian FPV drones against his trench. The sound is horrifying and often the last thing Russian soldiers hear in their life. Go home, Russians. It isn't worth the risk being in the Ukraine. Here we go. Or in Ukraine.
Call of Duty, man.
Listen. You hear him hunting?
Hunter killer drone activated. Oh, go.
Comes another one. He's looking. You could hear other ones going off in the distance.
Yeah.
Coming back.
You can hear the grenade drop.
Yep. Here comes another one. This is the type of warfare. This is 21st century warfare that's happening right now in Ukraine. It's basically a laboratory for war that is occurring in that country.
Man, I tell you what, if you blew a kazoo by this guy, you're probably crapping his pants.
Yep. Yep. You're right.
A little too close there, homie.
Exactly. That's the type of warfare that's happening. I mean, it's crazy. And unfortunately, this is something that the United States has to look at because it's a game changer. A game changer.
Yeah, I saw a video on Twitter where one of those things actually caught up to these Russians on a motorcycle. Got him.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that one. Yep. The motorcycle was hauling ass. Yeah.
Yeah, it caught right up, man.
And I think that's
Adios
it.
and meaties. That's a wrap.
Did you see the video of the Carney that they released all the missiles launching during the Army-Navy game?
No, I didn't see that one.
Check this out.
Army won. That was a crappy game.
So I guess they played this.
Oh
Supposedly,
no, D, there was nothing there to see. It was more hearing. The guy's not gonna be looking around when he's getting bombed. He's gonna be hiding in the trench.
Oh, he's hiding in the dugout. Yep.
He ain't nowhere near that game.
Because they can fly those drones into the dugout, so they're taking cover. All right, check this out. But supposedly that was footage of when they were shooting down drones in the Red Sea.
Why can't they just shoot the bad guys too?
Which is interesting because it says the count of 22-0 presumably refers to the Houthi launched missiles and aerial drones. This is a higher number than what was previously reported. Huh. Oh, man, dude. Crazy world we live in, man.
Yeah, compare that to the footage of the USS Wisconsin that we had outside of Iraq launching in those big old shells, man. Jeez.
IDF has now encircled and besieged the area near Khan Yunis.
Interesting.
Trying to see if there's anything else that's updated here.
What's going on in old Khan Uni? Well, I know that the Israelis gave Lebanon a 48-hour deadline to stop.
To pull out of southern Lebanon. Yeah, because supposedly there's a disputed land because from the UN, right? Something like that.
Well, they're just getting tired of all the actions down there. They're getting Hezbollah's they've been kind of encroaching on territory, going through the border and whatnot. Yeah, they're actually in fact, Hezbollah is actually on the other side of the border right now, according to the map.
Yep. All right. Anyways, let me get back to it. I'm missing a chat here. What do we got going on here? Shardar, once again, hey, I'll give you the link for a little bit because I'm not going to go that long because we went so long on damn NorCal.
Yeah, I got to get up for a meeting.
I just wanted to do a quick show because I saw the stuff going on with the Red Sea. It's like, man, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of drones that Ukraine's sending in over they get all the way to Moscow. Yeah, they're not messing around. Not at all. They know what they're doing. Ukrainians know what they're doing, or the Ukrainians know what they're doing. But like I said, I mean, I don't know where it's going to go. I kind of talked about this a little bit on Dan's show yesterday. Both sides are entrenched. When the winter comes, the Russians are probably going to fortify even more. So I don't know if the Ukrainians are going to be able to succeed in a breakthrough in the spring of 2024. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. One thing's for sure. One thing that the Russians have a advantage in is manpower. They can keep throwing people into the meat grinder. Supposedly they've lost I think it's close to 500,000 men they've lost in just 2 years.
Makes sense.
Well, we lost for KIA only 440,000 during World War II, 4 years of World War II. They've lost in 2 years in fighting Ukraine 500,000. So I wouldn't be surprised if some negotiations are occurring. Again, just because you negotiate with Putin doesn't mean he's going to abide by it. He'll just buy time because he will come back. If it's terms favorable to him, he's going to come back. It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, you got all these people whose lives have been affected because of this stupid ass war for no reason whatsoever. I don't know.
They got the updated league standings.
Oh, did it update?
Oh yeah.
Let me go take a gander here. We take a look at that real quick before we get out of here.
Looks like you play pretty goodies next week.
Oh, I play him again?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, what's going on here? How come you can't even see my damn team anymore? What's going on here? There it goes. Let's go to the league. Let's see where we're at here. I guess we can look at this real quick. Stop talking about the depressing stuff, I guess, right? But yeah, Dan. Oh, Dan. It's funny because I know he was talking yesterday. He was like, hey, I might be missing out on points. And then I looked at it. I was like, oh, damn. He may not win. Where are we at? We want rankings. Where the hell's the rankings? Why aren't they showing?
Go down to
Where's it at?
league overview standings.
Oh, I see what's going on. Oh,
Yeah, click on the standings.
look at that. I moved up to 9th place.
Yeah.
Moving on up, man.
Shit, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you were at the bottom there for a little bit.
Oh, I know, man. My guys
Came
weren't
back.
nothing. My guys weren't doing nothing. Look at that. Got a decent amount. Getting there. Actually, my points suck. Let's be honest here. Mahomes, well, look at MF. He's out. Yeah, that's right.
He just missed it.
Oh my gosh.
He just missed it, man. Damn.
So here we go. Let's see. Heroku. Yeah, I didn't see him in the chat tonight. Maybe he was just looking. He's 10-4. Lost 2 in a row. He's going into the playoffs on a losing streak. I don't know.
Yeah, he said he's worried about week 16.
Oh boy. You got Will B right here, 9-5. Going in with a win. That's good.
That's momentum.
Dan. You shouldn't see. You guys didn't see it, but it was classic when he first came into the green room tonight on NorCal. It was video gold. And then look at that. Will Martinez, man, suffered all those setbacks in the beginning of the season, won 3 in a row. Man.
He's got a good team, man.
He's going in hot. Los, though, look at that. Remember, he was at one time, wasn't he like 8-1 or something like that?
Yeah. We had the same record, him and I, for the longest time.
Yeah, look at that. He's lost 4. He's going in. That's tough. I mean, of course, it's the playoffs, but you want to go in with a head of steam. You got Ryan, who gets the last spot. He's
taking on Dan next week.
So how does that work? One will play. Oh no, that's a bye, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the first 2 are bye, right?
First 2 are buys, yeah.
So then it's the 3 against the 6 and the 4 against the 5.
Yeah. So
okay.
Will Martinez and Los, and then Dan and Ryan.
Ooh. Man, that's and then I'm guessing, okay. So then I guess then there's no buys here. So I'm guessing MF plays.
There's a buy. MF gets a buy, and then Brock the Party gets
what? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, he got me because of freaking points. Damn. Okay, so then I play pretty again. And
actually,
then,
it's funny. Brock the Party's got a really good team. He's got a dangerous combination with Debo Samuel
and Brock.
And he kicked my ass last week.
Yep.
With that team.
Wow. So let's see playoffs.
I'm at Gates. There's a story behind that. We have to go back in the archives for that.
Look at that. Wow.
The gang of four, man.
The gang of four. Man, that'll make for a good documentary one day.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it. This goes down in NorCal Sports Network history.
I cannot believe how many points I scored today or this week, man. 168. Look at that. I think I got the most. No, Brock the Party got me by like what? 2/10 of a point, something like that.
Squeaked one out over Haruku.
What do we got? Yeah, I just missed it. Oh, gotcha. See, I didn't know there was buys for the scrubs.
What happened to Bora's team?
I had no idea.
Bora got nailed with injuries. That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see what we got. Woodpit. And it says, oh no, he's talking to him. That makes sense. How many Ukraine lives lost? Any count? Let's see. I believe there have been some protests, especially earlier in the war. What are we talking about here? Russian government. Oh yeah. They locked it down. Cause I remember when the war first started off, there was a lot of protest. And then of course the Russian security system stepped in and yeah, that's all she wrote. Yep. You know what? It's crazy. Funny. I saw this. Where did I see this? I can't remember where I saw it. But where is all the protests for the Uyghurs in China?
Right.
Right.
They get used and abused, if not outright killed.
They're slaves to the Chinese.
They are. They are.
They're in a
slaves.
concentration camp in China. Yeah. But yet you don't hear. I don't see no marches. I don't see no flags going up for the Uyghurs.
Let's go celebrate a pro-terrorist.
They pick and choose. You know what it is? You know how it is.
Well,
it's kind of there's
my personal opinion. It's a little cover for another BLM movement.
It's there's other forces at work.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even see Shardall's in there. Here, yeah, for the last couple of minutes here. What's up, Shardall?
Hey, like the picture there, man.
Yeah, I like the.
15. Hey, Will.
No, that's an F-14. F-14.
Hey, Eric. Hey, Will. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing
good.
Pretty good here. Yeah.
Did you know Iranians still own some of those F-14s?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Eric, what got you into learning about military history?
Well, when I was a kid, when my dad took me to my first air show, I was addicted. From then, after that, I was. I focused mostly. Let me finish. It was primarily just aircraft. That's where my focus was. The older I got, then I got more into everything. Okay, go.
Hey, Will, what got you into military history?
Well, I think my grandfather. My grandfather spent 15 years. But both my grandfather, my grandfather, on my mom's side spent 24 years in the army, and my other one spent 15 years in the army. And listening to their stories, man, got me really involved in it. And I eventually became a soldier.
Hey, Eric, have you gotten a chance to watch Napoleon yet?
No, I think I'm a bad pass. I'm
gonna probably watch it on one of those bootleg films or something. I think
maybe when it comes out when it's like $3.99 on Amazon Prime, maybe I'll buy
Eric,
it then.
For me, it's kind of like you love military history so much that you haven't watched Napoleon yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of inaccuracies. That's what I don't like about it.
Don't you like Napoleon in general?
Napoleon as a general is awesome. But when you're getting certain things wrong, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, he led a cavalry charge during Austerlitz. There wasn't a frozen lake per se, where there was a whole bunch of different things, and they totally skipped over a whole bunch of other significant events that happened during his.
It wasn't Austerlitz. He did a cavalry charge. It was Waterloo.
Yeah, and I think it was actually even before that. Then they did there's a whole bunch of different battles that they totally missed. Yeah, the timeline was just all jacked up. Just
Eric,
because it's a movie and it says Napoleon doesn't mean it's going to be historically accurate.
hey, Eric, there was a song by ABBA, the Swedish pop group. There
I
was a
remember
song
ABBA.
called Waterloo. It referred to Napoleon when he lost at Waterloo.
Yeah, could be.
It actually did.
Yep.
The song by ABBA.
Yep.
It was called Waterloo.
Yeah, that was a very significant battle.
Yep.
Very significant.
Do I think Napoleon is the greatest leader ever? I would say he's probably one of the greatest generals ever.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, you could say leader. I don't know, man.
It wasn't. He's a leader.
Don't get me wrong. As a general, you got to be a leader. But yeah.
To me, a leader means he was in it for his people, but he wasn't for his people. He used the people as a means to an end.
Yes, that I would agree with that.
Hitler very much so was the same way.
Right, exactly.
Stalin, all these major weird clowns. I think probably one of the greatest leaders in probably history might be Alexander the Great. Was he a great general? Yeah, but he was also a man of people.
As a world leader, well, you know what he did? He came in at a certain, you had the damn French Revolution. All of Europe went into war again because of it.
He filled the vacuum.
Oh, I didn't kick him. He got out of himself. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he was basically because the French Revolution it took so many different turns. First you had the revolution, then you had the counter-revolution, then you got Napoleon coming in, and it's just you had the Directory, and then he decided to take over everything. It's just there's so much. There is a lot to read if you want to really encompass that entire period of time.
Oh yeah, the one thing I blame the French for that we took from them is the two-party system.
Yeah. They took a lot of inspiration from our revolution. And they wanted our support, but we didn't give it to them because it was just, yeah.
There's a lot going on then. There was a lot going on then, and we ended up getting attacked by the damn Brits.
Yeah.
on multiple fronts.
It's funny. I'm finishing up that 100 Years War documentary on kings and generals. I didn't realize how much land freaking Henry V took over in France. It was a lot.
Yeah,
it was
the
a lot.
The English King of France, what they called him.
Yeah, the English King of France. Exactly. Yep. That dude had some success.
Oh,
he didn't live very long, but boy,
did.
The time that he did, though, boy, holy criminy, man.
Seems like all those good ones didn't really last
too long. Yeah, he did change. Well, there was no more bureaucracy under
he shook
Napoleon.
it all up, man. He got rid of the bureaucracy. He was the bureaucracy. Yeah.
So, and then he got exiled to, where was that? Somewhere out in the middle of the freaking Mediterranean.
Corsica? No, that's where he's
from.
No,
that's where he's from.
Some little tiny island, Alba.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Alba or Elba, where the hell the island.
They eventually let him come back, when
he came back, and then he started all over again.
Exactly, and then
In fact, the French generals sent an army to stop him, and they stood down once they confronted him. He just his mere presence allowed him to continue.
Some of those changes. Yeah.
Elba, yeah.
Yep. I'm sure there is. Yeah. I'm sure there is. I don't know enough about French history to really elaborate too much on that. But yeah, I'm sure that there's lasting effects of what he did as far as their government is concerned. Probably some of it may be what not to do.
Never been to camp with you.
We will defeat the English.
Wallace.
Unite the clans. Unite them. Great movie.
Oh my God!
Of course, like I said, the historical significance to that is, it's very loose with the historical interpretation, but great damn movie. Great damn movie.
Cromwell's another good movie.
Cromwell. Toxic.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what, man? We were all exposed to all kinds of wackadoodle stuff when we were in, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in the freaking old Korean War barracks, man. That thing had asbestos everywhere.
I'm sure
it did. Too. That thing was on me. Next time we do a little bit longer, I'll tell some ghost stories. That thing was freaking haunted, bro.
Haunted, huh?
Oh my God.
All right, hey, I'm. Oh well, whatever. He already left because I'm gonna be starting wrapping up here anyways, Chardol. because, like I said, we went kind of long, so I don't want to go that long. It's already getting close to 1 o'clock in the Pacific here. Whew. But I'm trying to. We got to get into the damn September 11th. I know that.
Yeah, we got.
We keep pushing it off, man. We got all these other things.
When MF is in, man, MF has been wanting to hear that one for a while now. He requested that one.
And it's a significant time in our history. I mean, it changed. I mean, you got the whole global war on terror. You had Operation Iraqi Freedom. You had Enduring Freedom. You had the Patriot Act. The way that how.
Oh yeah, that changed the way everything.
That changed a lot.
That was terrible.
That was bad juju. That Patriot
terrible
Act was
act.
not.
Oh my god.
That was I understand why it was done, but boy, talk about taking the Constitution and flushing it down the toilet.
We gave a lot of control over the government with that.
Yeah, it was a bit too much. Yeah, a bit too much. But yeah, it was an interesting time. And there's a lot of people in here probably that have memories. Some people can actually relate to it. And there's a few people who are young kids who probably don't even really remember.
Like MF, you said he was just 4 years old time or something?
Yep. One good thing is, it kind of made certain agencies talk to each other. Whether or not, I mean, it's still a bureaucracy. How well do they communicate, though, is, I don't know. All we can hope is that as citizens of this nation, we hope that the powers that be who are responsible for the safety of this country are doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's all we can hope for. There's only so much we can know, right? There's only so much. And, hopefully people are electing people that they trust literally their lives with. You don't want to take that for, I kind of get on these rants a little bit. Don't take voting as too lightly. A lot of people have shed their blood and their lives for that very right for people to be able to have. Think about it. In other countries, they don't have that right. And a lot of people take it for granted. So don't take it for granted. Make sure you know what you're doing.
Even if you think the outcome is rigged, still exercise the right.
100% would put 100%, especially at the local level. Mm-hmm. Right on.
That's where it all starts, grassroots.
That is vital. That is vital.
And hey, don't be involved. Don't be afraid to get involved yourself if you feel like you got the inclination.
Can we do an episode on the horrors of war? Oh, yeah, we could get. That's going to be kind of. People might need to get their puke bags. To be honest with you, I mean that's especially in the Japanese and the way the Germans. Whoo.
Oh man, yeah, that's what happens once you can dehumanize people and call them a thing, you can do what the hell you want with them. That's what they did.
Yep.
That's what they did.
Yep. So exactly. D-shot. Man, we might have to have a disagreement here. I'm you know how I am, Will. I kind of like a little bit more evidence-based. I'm not too much into the conspiracy theories. I don't think there was. I mean, we watched it live on TV, guys. You watched it live on TV. You could see exactly what happened. And if you're trying to make a reach here, you got to be careful in making those reaches. I'm not saying that crazy stuff can't happen. I'm not saying that, but you got to make sure you know what you're talking about. You really do. All right, guys. Oh, go ahead, Will.
I was just gonna say there's a few things that I jumped down the conspiracy rabbit hole, so I can kind of once we get to that part, I can touch on it.
Yep.
But anyways.
That's a surprise me, Matt. Hey guys, thanks for joining. I know you guys stuck with us in almost that 3-hour marathon that we had on NorCal. It's awesome though, man, because that channel is just blowing up with KMBR going by the way of the dodo. It's really helped us out, and there's a lot of people that want to speak their opinions about the Giants. Can't blame them. There's a lot of frustration out there, and that's not hyperbole. When I put that, you like that DEF CON that I put on the
I saw that.
That was from War Games.
I was about to ask you what
that was from War Games, and that literally, I mean, that's where we're at. We're ready to blow it. We got the acronym of NorCal Sports Network on the missile, because there's a high chance that this goes nuclear. It's a high chance that when you come on the NorCal Sports Network in a couple of days, all there's going to be left is ashes. Literally, it's gonna be something. Again, thanks guys. I appreciate the support. Got D shot out there always here. Emoji, my fellow Air Force veteran, appreciate it. Matt joins when he can, appreciate it. PK as usual. Wood Pit, good to see you in here. And then I think Logan was one of his first times in here. I think it was.
Yeah, Logan, first time.
Shardall, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. Can't do it without you guys, without the support. Here are rambling. You know, we try to piece it together the best we can with the information that we have.
Go with the flow.
Exactly. All right, guys. Until next time. Maybe sometime. What is it? Monday? Maybe the weekend. Maybe before. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, play by ear.
But until then, Will, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it.
As always, man. Appreciate it. Man.
All right, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.
Later, dudes.